Now you listen to me. I've met you many times, although you don't think I have.
What?
You're all the same. Young, stupid, and foolish. Be very careful. I'm the kind of bitch that will send someone to your door. Hey. Are you there?
I hate you.
Okay, I don't know what the hell I just watched, but I loved it. Here we are, have and have not Oval fans. Now, let me just put it this way. Over a dozen people sent me this video yesterday, and I watched it 3 times yesterday, but I could not figure out what to think about it. Number one, I did not know where the video came from. I don't know if BET put this out. I did see the Tyler Perry Studios Instagram page put it up, so I don't know if this was a fan-made video. Tyler Perry Studios loved it so much they put it on their own personal page or what, because the people sent me the MP4 file because they all know that I do these videos. So, hey, you know what? I'm going to give this video to Jeremy already stripped. That way he can use it on his IG or social media or his YouTube channel. So I thank you for that. So because no one forwarded me the video in its original format, you know, I can't tell where it came from. But either way, this is a pretty bold statement to make. There's a new V in town. First of all, the phrasing of that, spot on, perfect. That was very clever. Secondly, to hype up Victoria against the Ice Queen herself to make the Oval look better, that's a very strong statement to make, to say the least. Also, the editing here, fantastic. When you take the scene of drunk Veronica calling David, and then he's like, I'm going to kill you. And then Victoria, you know, talking with Denise, and then using that as the perfect strip of dialogue. Hands down fantastic. But that begs the question, which one of these V's will come out on top? I have to admit, I know we'll see Denise getting, you know, some hands. She'll be catching Victoria's hands in the next episode, but I think I'll have to see that first before I can make a true judgment call. But based on everything we've seen from Veronica versus everything we know about Victoria, we've seen some things, but we know more. I would have to say, and again, I really do need to evaluate what I'm about to say after we see what occurs in the next episode of the Oval. I think Victoria might be able to take Veronica. Here's why. Based off what we know, it seems to me that Victoria seems more, no pun intended here, hands-on with her approach, as opposed to Veronica, who gets more people to do her dirty work. It's almost like fighting is beneath her, but she's not against doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, blowing stuff up, setting things on fire, sending thugs to rough up people. The only time she's really been to hand-to-hand combat, I believe, was against Erica, Maggie, really the whores that have been chasing her husband or ex-husband. I believe so. Because, you know, Jim tried to choke her. Quincy tried to force himself on her. Jeffrey has, you know, put hands on Veronica a couple times as well. But overall, I think Veronica did go to rough up Quita that one time. But I definitely think Victoria probably has more experience in one-on-one fights, you know. Like, I feel like the people around her are concerned of her making a scene. But you know what? Yeah, Victoria might be making a scene, but she's also the writer, producer, and director. She's pretty much the Tyler Perry of her own fight. So all I got to say is this. I would love a crossover to happen. I don't know if it can happen because of distribution rights, you know, like the haves and have-nots being Tyler Perry's, but a property of own. And then, you know, the Oval being BET, but a property of Tyler Perry. You see what I mean here? I probably got the phrasing of that wrong. But either way, they're basically in 2 separate arenas. But I remember Tyler Perry Studios posting like a poll on their Instagram stories about what family do you like better, the Harringtons or the Franklins? And he had Victoria and Hunter and Veronica and David. I would love for those 2 to meet. And even if Angela can't portray Veronica Harrington on the Oval, perhaps she can have a role on the Oval in a Veronica-esque fashion. But I do think Victoria is the standout character on the Oval so far. Definitely get a huge blending of Veronica, Candace, and Catherine all in one character. And I just got to know your thoughts. Who do you think will take the crown of the baddest V in town? Will it be Victoria or will it be Veronica? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Oh, also, wait, what am I doing? I'm ending this too quick. I got some other things to add to the equation here. Aside from it being one-on-one, I know some people might bring up, well, Jeremy, Victoria is in the White House. She has access to the FBI, Secret Service. Her husband is the president. Who gives a crap? She's the one wearing the pants that relationship, and definitely has Veronica tone saying that, I'm the one that made you who you are today. You wouldn't be anything without me. And, Veronica says that a lot. It's hard to get the names right. Veronica said that a lot about David as well. But another thing to consider is what version of Veronica are we talking about? Because it's almost like, you're speaking about comic book characters like Goku versus Superman, who will win? But I mean, with Goku, you have manga Goku, you have anime Goku. But when it comes to Superman, you have multiple variants of the character based off different ages of comic books as well as the writers. So are we talking about Silver Age, Bronze Age, New 52, Rebirth? But with Veronica, it's like, what version are we talking about? Season 1 Veronica, who was rather subtle but had domineering and controlling personality traits? Are we talking about blackmailing Veronica? Are we talking about Veronica who gets other people to do her dirty work? Or are we talking about the new dark version of Veronica who's wearing all black like the Bride of Chucky and literally seems to be in a state of murder and bloodlust? So it really depends now. And I'm not saying we've seen the best or the worst of Victoria yet, but I think it's a bit too early to really decide who's going to be the true Queen V, if you will. But all I'm saying is, if anyone from Tyler Perry Studios or BET or OWN, or even if we have the talented Mrs. Oh, wait, is it Miss or Mrs.? I have not looked up to see if. Okay. Kron. I don't know how to pronounce the name. My bad. Her versus Angela. Or, wait, no. If either the talented. I can't decide, man. I really am. Like, I'm literally trying to decide who would win. But basically, if any of the people working for Tyler Perry Studios or BET or OWN, or if Veronica or Victoria happen to be watching this video, hey, kind of pass the idea along to Tyler Perry just to say, hey, you know what? All I'm saying is, and guys, remember, I'm just a fan. Like, people, not to segue, but a couple of days ago, someone DM'd me on my personal IG, not my have and have nots Instagram, on my just personal IG where I post just mainly memes and whatnot. How does it feel to be famous? Like, bro, I'm not famous. I'm not. Like, what are you talking about? You got like over 90,000 people on YouTube, and you got over 12,000 followers on Instagram, and a bunch of the cast members follow you. And I'm like, I do not consider myself famous. I consider myself blessed because, again, I'm able to work doing this, doing YouTube full time, and I don't have to punch an alarm clock. I pay my bills doing this. I can keep Sally Mae off my back, relatively speaking. Yeah, I wish my student loans were gone. I swear I did. But also the fact that I'm able to talk with the cast on a semi-regular basis. So I really am going to, shoot my shot here. First of all, make sure you follow the Veronica and Victoria on social media. A couple of amazing, talented women in the industry. But also, I think that a crossover, and once again, hear me out, Tyler Perry people. If there's anybody watching this who works for him, I know I'm kind of on the outside looking in, so I'm not truly familiar with how contracts and distribution rights go. But if people on BET are watching the Oval, and then they see that little promo you did, I'm assuming Tyler Perry Studios made the promo of her talking with Veronica, they're probably like, whoa. A new V in town? Who's that other woman Victoria's talking with? That will hopefully ignite interest so people do their research. And then what? The haves and the have-nots? What's that? Despite the fact that the haves and the have-nots is the #1 show on OWN since it first came out, not a lot of people have their own network. And I don't think a lot of people know about the haves and the have-nots. Well, I mean, a lot of people do, but I feel like there's still a lot of people who don't know. So if you hype up this V versus V battle or a crossover, I think that will use BET's platform well to bring new potential viewers from the Oval to the haves and have-nots. It's not necessarily taking anything away from the Oval, but I feel like the haves and the have-nots definitely would be more recognizable. I still think it should be at BET in some respects, but then again, BET does seem to bleep words that they don't want to own. So I'm just saying, do the crossover, make it happen. I want to see it happen, but you know, there are some continuity issues, such as Hunter being the current president. And then, well, then again, I do think that the whole Charles and Hunter thing could work because remember, well, then again, Catherine did confirm that the person running against Charles was female. But also at the same time, Donald confirmed that he worked with his people to ensure that Hunter was put in the White House. And then there were people, I'm guessing Kyle, and I'm referring to have and have-nots here, Kyle and whatnot. They were working to make sure that Charles did not make it into the White House. So technically you can do a crossover, but there either have to be retcons, or you can just say, hey, the universe of the Oval is different than the universe of the haves and have-nots, but there are characters with similar names. I know that sounds confusing, but if you've been on my channel long enough, you know I go in depth like this. So let me just stop here. The V versus V battle should happen. I don't know in what capacity, but in any case, Tyler Perry, please make it happen for the fans. And also, you know, if you can make my student loans disappear. Anyway, on a more serious note, we are closing in on 100,000 subscribers. I mean, we passed 96,000 yesterday. You know, fingers crossed by the second week. Yeah, basically, fingers crossed that by this time next month, we will have finally hit 100,000 so I can get that award, the Silver Play Button Award. And trust and believe, there's going to be celebration when that happens. On top of that, there are links to my social media in the description below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook groups, Facebook pages. I have an eBay store, free shipping on everything. If you want to donate to the channel, you know, you don't have to. I know the holiday season's coming up. For some people, you know, Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out tomorrow. I still don't have a Switch. I mean, look, I got bills. Again, student loans. But if you would like to donate anything, you can hit me up on Cash App, or you can send some money my way on PayPal. Not mandatory. You watching this video, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, that helps the channel in more ways than you know. And I also know, again, Black Friday is coming up. It's the holiday season, so extra funds might not be accessible. But if you can donate, it's very much appreciated. And also, let me know. I just feel like this V battle should definitely go down. If not, maybe it shouldn't happen yet. I feel like it's season 1 of the Oval, so let's try to make the Oval stand on its own, own feet. But perhaps in season 2, or there could just be a special episode. Or why not Tyler Perry? Tyler Perry has like this huge contract with Viacom, and he has a bunch of shows and whatnot coming out. Why not have like a Tyler Perry? What was it called? The Tyler Perry Show. He had that on the OWN network, where he would have stars from his shows and movies come after episodes to talk. Why not have an episode or episodes like that where we get to reunite with different casts? Like, even if he can't have all the same characters that we want to see in the same show or whatnot, why not have him on like this talk show where we can kind of compare and contrast? Like, you know, hey, Veronica Harrington was the OG. Well, technically, Candace was the original bad bitch of the haves and the have-nots. But then after Amanda died, it seemed like her insanity kind of transferred over to Veronica, and she became the bad bitch of the show and is literally the runaway character of the series. So I would like to see Victoria, Veronica on the same stage together. I would love to see Hunter, Richard, David, Jim on the same stage. I would love to see that kind of thing happen. For me, that would be like the Avengers Endgame of Tyler Perry stuff, in my opinion. So with that being said, I've rambled long enough. I've already done my, plugins for my social media, subscribing, and hey, Tyler Perry, my student loans, can you make them disappear? I'm just serious. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I will catch you all in the next video. Between today and yesterday, I've recorded, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost a dozen videos that I need to edit. So you can expect new content. What's today? Thursday? Yeah, Friday and over the weekend. Bundle up. It is frigid out there. Literally, I need to go to the gas station soon, but I do not want to because it gets dark early. The temperatures are low all day, and trying not to get sick or anything before the holidays. So, take care, bundle up. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. So take care.